of the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another great show of FFC. I'm your host, Coach, and we have a wonderful episode today. We got a few topics to discuss. We have a contract signing that absolutely has blown my mind, and a correction to another contract that I got incorrect that I need to correct on my show, because I'm a little bit blown away at that one too. So we have a couple of those things to talk about. We have we're going to talk about the rookies that got drafted this year and what impact that could mean for fantasy. Maybe a little bit of what it means for the NFL. I don't want to dibble dabble too much into that due to the fact that, I mean, I'm talking fantasy because potentially the ones that start, what they could do for you later rounds, what they could do for you later in the season, which is probably why you take them later on. So that's where I can go with it. I have no idea what they're going to do for the season as it pertains to an actual NFL 18 weeks. I have no clue for a rookie. It is very up and down because they can touch the field like Jamar Chase and go balls crazy. And like DK Metcalf, he actually had a really good rookie season. Not as great as Chase, but he had a rookie season. Why? Because another player went down. So as a rookie, he stepped in and he basically got fed all of those balls that weren't being double teamed by I can't remember buddy in Seattle that catch all them deep balls. When he wasn't catching, they were getting dumped short to DK Metcalf when he was a rookie because he took a higher role and he dropped off. But that's a different conversation. But you see, so that's what I mean for fantasy purposes. I could have easily told you for fantasy that like DK Metcalf rookie year, yeah, take him in the 7th round because you get he'll get 3 to 4 catches a game that'll average him with his radius of catching and the way he runs routes. That should get him about 60 yards. That's 10 points. That's 10 points in the flex. You know what I'm saying? For a rookie, that's really good. So that's why I can kind of go a little bit into that kind of detail for a rookie when it comes to fantasy rather than the NFL season. Because, these broadcasters are so quick to come out and tell you somebody got the yips, and then you people get scared because somebody said somebody got the yips, can't catch in training camp, and y'all don't want to draft him, and then somebody like me picks up Jamar Chase's rookie season and goes crazy with 30 points a game. I mean, I don't know why people didn't draft him. That was so stupid. He fell to the 5th or 6th round. That was so stupid. He was Joe Burrow's #1 target in college. What did you think was going to happen when he got to the NFL? Joe Burrow was just going to be like, I knew him. We was fire together. I think we had won that championship. You think that's what was happening in the locker room? No. Y'all didn't see it. It's like y'all didn't see the tape where Jamar Chase is literally clowning Burrow. Like, bro, I was open. And Burrow looked him dead in the face. Like, get open more. Like, I'm not throwing it over there. You think he was open, but I didn't see. You got to understand. That was their communication of visuality on the field. He saw something. Burrow saw something different. They understood each other in that moment. And I think I could just be running my mouth. But I do think right after that, when they got on the field the next series, because that was a fourth down, I think, or third down, and I think they were going over to the sideline. But if I'm not mistaken, when they got back on the field on offense, Jamar Chase scored a touchdown. That little sideline communication that they had, they weren't mad at each other. They were talking noise to each other. It's football. We men. We do this, bro. Like, I don't think. Let's take it back. Let's take it back because I don't think people really, really, really understand true football, right? You know, back in the day, we would pad up, get ready. Everybody will look at that cup in the locker room, right? Because we going to see what sucker going to put it on. No, you ain't putting it on? All right, let's go. Whoever get kicked in the ball, you the man for the game. Because nobody was putting that thing on. That thing was so uncomfortable. I get it. It was supposed to protect your goodies, but, I mean, just don't get hit there. That's the best we can understand. Practice started, I think, at the half hour mark, right? And we came in, at the hour mark. So by the time it took us about 15 minutes to get ready, right? So we got 15 minutes. Everybody is amped up, right? We left the locker room, we dressed, we had the music blasting. We ready to go to work, right? We know we about to run. So we have all this pent up energy. What you think we're gonna do? Bet you can't hit. I bet you I hit harder. Let's go. Circle up. No coaches around. We already done built us our own circle, and we're tearing each other a new one before practice even starts. You understand what I'm telling you? And then we get to practice, and we got more hitting to do. That's why when I'm a coach, when I'm coaching, I love it because that first 20 minutes of practice, guess what we're going to do? I'm going to tear up your leg. We running. Oh, we running so much. And then I don't do that push-ups. I don't do crab walks. You want to understand why? Because none of that has nothing to do with the football game. But you know what does? Your legs. Running. So guess what you're going to do every time you take the coach off? Take a lap. Hey, why are you talking to my foot? Take a lap. Oh, I blew the whistle on silent count. Who jumped? Take a lap. Oh, you running. Pimp, you running. Because the one thing we will not be is fatigue. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that to ourselves. We're going to be rested. We're going to be ready to go, but our legs going to be ready to work. I'm going to tear your legs up. Now, the last 20 minutes of practice, woo, parents, just watch. Just watch. That's all I'm going to say, just watch, because I'm going to have your kids out here looking like monsters, but I will make sure they go home your same babies that you gave me. But in these last 20 minutes, I need monsters. Yeah, I need giants. I need titans. You understand? We hitting. Last 20 minutes of practice, everybody is hitting. Every practice. The only time we don't hit is walkthrough. That's it. I don't even think I make you run through walkthrough. I think when you come to walkthrough practice, we stretch. We talk about all the plays. We talk about silent count. We talk about snap count. We discuss things. We walk through the plays. We work on special teams for sure. I think that's the most running we do. I don't even make you run through a special teams. I think we jog that. I don't want nobody to get hurt. Walkthrough day might be the most pampering day. If I could carry every play on walkthrough day to the field and back home, I would do it. Walkthrough day is a precious day for me. It's a sensitive day for me. You understand what I'm telling you? And what I love about it is the cherishing of the players understand that. And I never have to tell anybody to pay attention. Now, only time I have to get people because they ride is practice. Because we run around in pads and everybody's energized. So yes, I'm gonna have to talk more. I'm gonna have to, hey, shut up, go take a lap. But walkthrough day, no, my players understand the preciousness of walkthrough day. That is here. Okay, we got to be mentally ready in walkthrough day. Okay, but anyway, getting off track. Coach is talking about my coach. I talk about my coaching style. But that's one thing we will not do is be tired. Okay, we're gonna run. But anyway, let's get back back to business. So we have Jared Goff and Kirk Cousins contracts. First of all, let's talk about Goff. We're not gonna do Jared Goff. Cousins. We're gonna save that one because that's the correction one, and I'm gonna get to that one in a minute. But let's see, Jared Goff. Where are you at? So Jared Goff signed an extension, and it goes through 2018. That's 4 more years. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to think about that. Okay. Let's see here. So he had 1 season for 12-5. So, mind you, as long as he's been in the league, he's only had 2 seasons, I think, with a high record like that. He ranked first in passing first downs. Okay. He ranked second in passing yards. That's decent. 4,500 yards is good. 45 and up is always, you're going to get a green from me, 45 and up, when I rank you. So, but how many touchdowns did he have? He was 4th in touchdowns with 30. That's low. That's like average. That's that. 30 touchdowns is average. If you don't have above 42 touchdowns, it's average. 30 touchdowns is so average. No, I need the contract money. I don't give a damn about where you at. All right. So he got $134 million. So here, you coach, you're always gonna hear coach tell you something, right? When it comes to the contract value, that means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? There are 2 other entities that are very important to a contract. One is a signing bonus, right? So if he got $134 million plus a $25,000 signing bonus, I would tell you that ain't shit. I'm sorry, that ain't nothing. Don't worry about that. He ain't get paid. You want to know why? Because there's nothing attached to it. It means they can reconstruct it, they can take it away, they can cut it, and it won't matter. He won't touch a dime of that if he ends up sucking, right? Here where the problem lies. The guaranteed amount. So they gave him $134 million as a contract with a base salary of $33 million a year. Or average salary is $33 million a year. But his signing bonus, $25 million, he paid his house off with that. His guaranteed amount, he got $110 million guaranteed. Detroit, that was not good. You have him for 4 years. You gave him $110 million. You're saying that he is your quarterback and he is taking you where? Please tell me exactly where you're going with Jared Goff with a $110 million guaranteed contract. I need to understand where you're going with this because you're not going to a Super Bowl. You're not going. Want to know something funny? The Bills will win one before you win one with Goff. That's funny. They actually are still on track because they will be in the playoffs this year. They haven't lost much. If that rookie come out to be anywhere near to what Josh Allen needs at receiver, they're in the playoffs and they're deep in the playoffs. They could be in the AFC Championship game. You understand? That division ain't that good. I ain't got no faith in the Dolphins. I don't care what you say. I have no faith in them this year. The Tua ride is over. The only competition that the Bills have to deal with in that division right now is the Jets. Jets could be there. It could be Bill Jets AFC Championship. Or not. Jets could still go out in the second round and still have to deal with the Jets. But see, your division does not allow a guaranteed quarterback like Jared Goff anywhere past the second round, dude. It doesn't. It really doesn't. There's nothing in his game. Okay, he threw for 4,500 yards. I mean, he only had 30 touchdowns. You guys have good running game. You got two good running backs. You have a good defense. You guys score points pretty much all around. He only had 30 touchdowns. And you thought that he was worth $110 million in guaranteed money? I hope you got it. I hope you got the coins. There ain't nobody else getting paid on that team. Not yet. Not for a while. Somebody get liable. There's gonna be a lot of franchise tags. I hope, boy, Jesus. This type of stuff gets your coach fired. Like, because Jared Goff better throw more than 30 touchdowns this year. Well, this contract is booty because where does this get you? Where are you going with this kind of contract with Jared Goff? Please tell me. I don't understand what makes you think he's worth that. Because he had 227 first downs. He didn't win anything. He went to the playoffs. He's done that with the Rams with a good coach. Oh, oops. And a good team, a good running. So I'm not saying he got a running back like Gurley, but what I am saying is, as great as Gurley was, that's the same type of running back. He has a great running back in Detroit. As great as the receivers were, his receivers are even better in Detroit. So is the defense is about the same as the Rams. So he's a game manager, and this is what we're paying game managers now: $110 million in guaranteed money. Boo, boo. I'm in the wrong profession because my goodness, all I gotta do is throw 30 touchdowns, and I can get $110 million in guaranteed money. The Russell Wilsons of the world making like people proud. Like I'm sorry, Brady, Manning, Breeze. I'm sorry, bro. Because y'all had to put up 50 to be even recognized. To even have your name spoken on ESPN on a regular basis. Anything below that, you okay, but you could not compete with Peyton. Like, these boys had to put in real work. And guess what's funny? Tom Brady threw 50 touchdowns. Broke a record. He didn't get $110 million guaranteed. And he had 6 Super Bowls with one team, and he never got $110 million guaranteed. Peyton Manning has 2. One I don't technically agree with. But regardless of the fact, he didn't get $110 million guaranteed. That defense was stout. They had a great running game, and he did his job. Drew Brees. He got a contract, and look what happened. Oh. Joe Brokeback Flacco took all the scrutiny, and did what you were supposed to do. What was that? You win first, then you get paid. Don't get that what happened after that. You win first. You earn your contract. That man had to actually blue collar his contract. Y'all understand? I'm telling you, this man went into the playoffs, beat Brady, beat Peyton Manning. He had to go do all of that. Get on the Super Bowl and win before they say, "Oh, here's the money. Here you go." Now, did that make the team any better after that? No. Because anytime the quarterback get paid, you take hits across the entire team. That's why you think Brady didn't get the contracts. He took the pay cuts. He took the reconstructed contract. Why? So that defense can stay where it was, so they can always have money to do whatever they wanted to do to make sure they stayed in the Super Bowl. You hear what I told you? Stay where? Because that's what they were. That's exactly what they were. He got 6 of them. It's easy math, people. It's simple arithmetic. The more money you give one person, the less money everybody else get. Go ask Russell Wilson. He got 2 contracts. 2 teams took a hit. I don't know what else you want me to say. But Jared Goff getting $110 million guaranteed. This is tough. It's not like Goff. Don't get me wrong. I was actually a rooter for Goff. When everybody was talking about Carson Wentz, I was on Goff's side. Actually won that game against the Chiefs. I had all 3 of them in the game. I had Jared Goff, I had Todd Gurley, and I had Cooks. I had all 3 of them in that game, and I whipped whoever I played. I whipped his behind. Yeah, because they went crazy in that game. I was a Goff supporter. Then that boy I saw he couldn't take no hits. That boy Belichick exposed him as a football player, and I said that's no good. So I get it. He's had nice protection right now, but last time I saw him with Detroit unprotected, he threw 5 picks in one game, and they only won that game because of that running back. That game was crazy. He threw he had a lot of turnovers. Then he peaked. And you gave that $110 million. See, without those 5 picks, in that one game, he could have had more than 30 touchdowns. He peaked. And you gave it 110. I don't understand. Oh, man. Real quick. So, we talked about golf. We're going to talk about Cousins. But we need to go to this comment section because it is lighting up over here. I apologize. We got 5 good comments. Let's see what we got. James, my man. So, yay. What's up, my man? So, James is a wonderful guy here. We work together at Beaches and Cream here at Walt Disney World. So, he is a new subscriber to R2L and to FFC. Thank you, James, for joining. Let's see who we got. Javon, what's good, Javon? Steelers going off this year. We say it every year, Javon. We do. And you know what's funny? We got to stop because we sound like that. We want it so bad for Pittsburgh, but there's something missing. I don't want to say it, but I think it does need to be said. Last time the Steelers won the Super Bowl, they had to go on a hiatus, and then the coach left. New coach came in. Then they won another Super Bowl. Oh, you see the pattern here? I'm not saying right now, but Steelers just might need a new direction here soon. I love Tomlin, I really do, but here's what's holding the Steelers back. To be quite honest with you, the fact that he does not have a losing record, and he is actually holding on to that. You can tell. You can watch every season and see that. That's what he's holding on to because they're winning games. They're having these winning seasons, but they ain't in the playoffs. They're barely making it to the wild card weekend. But yet they have a winning record every year. And here's the problem with that. It keeps them in certain draft spots from actually doing anything big. I do believe they need a new direction in coach. And I think it's time for Tomlin to go and find another team in the NFL. Not right now. But I think that energy is coming, They have Bill left. Okay, Bill's gone. And I can actually see Tomlin with quite a few teams, to be quite honest. Let's say it don't work out for old boy with the Raiders. Ding. Saints. Dennis Allen's not staying there with the Saints. I can really like Tomlin over there with the Saints. And that's another 10 years with the team right there. So, and that puts the Saints up top here. Unfortunately, Baker gonna bail out sorry Bowles. So, he ain't gonna be able to take over the Bucks. But I don't know. I've been thinking about this hard, man. I've been thinking about this a lot. I think the Steelers, depending on how this year goes, they may need to go in a new coaching direction. I love Tomlin, and I'm not saying they need to part ways. I do believe that. I don't know if it's this year, I don't know if it's next year, but eventually I think they do. The Steelers and Tomlin, like that era needs to go. Like the Steelers need new life. They need to start over. They have no ability to do that because they're holding on to that you're going on so many years of not having a losing record, And I say exactly, talk about extending them, and I don't think they should do that. I really don't. That's what I don't think they should do, man. Like, here's what I mean. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I mean this in a professional football way. I do not believe Mike Tomlin will win another Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe he can win another Super Bowl with another team. I just don't think he's winning one with Pittsburgh. I don't think so. And if it's not him able to do what he wants, it could be ownership with the way they've always been. And this is how they always want. Because remember, it goes so many different ways. All right. It ain't never the general manager. He's always the first out. It's the coach and his image because he's with the players, and it's the ownership and their image because they the paycheck. You see what I'm saying? So the Cowboys will never win until general manager, president, owner, coach, assistant coach, defensive coordinator, special teams coach Jerry Jones leaves the Cowboys. Ain't gonna happen till he gone. Sorry. Because they literally need a chain of command. He can't do everything sitting at his table like a Lannister. I picked him. Well, you better go on. He got to go. He got to go too. They just want to make him feel good. Make who feel good? Goff? I swear to God, if this is feel good money, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jared Goff gonna throw 15 interceptions this year. He's gonna look worse than Josh Allen when it comes to turnovers this year. I'm dead serious. The NFC's defense as a whole, watch what I tell you. So before Goff got paid, right? I said that I hope they draft a quarterback because I think Goff is like they shouldn't like this is it. Like last year's run with Goff, they went 12-5. It looked great, but and then it got stopped. You can say it had a lot to do with the defense, but let's remember one thing: he only had 30 touchdowns. So when the defense failed, why couldn't the offense pick up? He had all the receivers, he had all the running backs. Why couldn't the defense pick up? I mean, the offense pick up because he's not that kind of player. He's not. He's going to work the field. He's going to get the ball where it needs to go. And as long as he ain't getting hit, he'll get it to the receiver to go score a touchdown or hand it off to the running back in the J open field to go run for one. But he ain't doing much more outside of all that, bro. And I said this year, I got them in second place because I got the Packers in first. I'm all, boy, watch me go get a Love jersey. I'm on that boy. Let me tell you something. You will impress Coach with the quickness. When I watch you, especially in a playoff game, I don't care if they lost. I don't care if they lost. He ain't choked. That team was just absolutely better. Period. It was just absolutely better. But that boy Glove, when you can sit in that pocket and play up, take that hit, while that ball going down that field accurately. into the players' hands. I get it. I think one of them was dropped, but it not catching everything. Understand that defense was good, but it's the fact that the ball was there and the chance was there. He didn't choke. He didn't slide on his knees like Herbert. Yeah, I come for Herbert. When I can only protect you for so long. Okay. But when you do things, I gotta let it go. I gotta let everybody know. Goff, you don't like getting hit. You soft. And you want to pay somebody soft like that $110 million? I can't wait for Jordan Love contract. He better get paid. I'm sorry. That's why I'm glad Lamar Jackson got paid. Didn't pass the ball one time, put the game and the team on his back, and took them boys to the playoffs. Oh, they worked on passing throughout the season, but I knew that offense with the receiving core was that they had over there. What you thought they were really gonna do? He ain't gonna have the field do much. He was hurt most of the time. Duh. So who they rely on? The man they paid? Did he go that far? He went as far as he could take him. They got to get that man some help. I'm sorry. They understand this NFL. Baltimore, you got to get Lamar some help. He can't keep doing this, or you will lose this quarterback to a really bad injury if you continue to not aid this man. I understand he deserves to get paycheck. Now he deserves to get some help. I'm sorry, he really do. He got to get the help. Goff and them Lions are going to fall to third because I'm telling you, if Caleb Williams is anywhere near what the Bears need him to be, they're going to sneak up and they're going to beat the Detroit Lions, drop them to third because that defense is good. All Caleb Williams got to do is not turn the ball over, get that team into the end zone. Defense is going to take care of the rest of Chicago. Watch what I tell you. I'm so confident in the Bears defense this year. I have them on my radar to be drafted in fantasy. That's how confident I am in that coach and what he's already been doing with that defense. Okay? All he's been missing is a quarterback. He got one, hopefully. We don't know. He's a rookie. We'll see. But if he's anything where they need him to be, the defense will take care of the rest. And Detroit going to fall to third place. They're going to be at the playoffs. And that's what you're going to pay $110 million to, guaranteed money? So now what? Now we wait till 2025. We got all the excuses in the world. We're going to try to get him some help in the draft if possible, because your defense going to get hurt again. I don't know what it is, but that defense in Detroit don't last. I don't know what it is. But it's going to come year 3 of this contract. It might be a 4-year extension, right? It's going to come year 3 of this contract, and guess what happens? Y'all drafted the quarterback. Why? Because you haven't gone anywhere with Goff. Good luck, Detroit. Good luck, man. And he does it like, again, he balled out last year because of the team. Okay, check this. Let's take away factors, right? That same game, he had 5 interceptions. Mind you, it wasn't nobody else doing the problems but him. So let's take away what aided him in winning that game. That running back, you take that away, what do those 5 interceptions actually get Detroit? A loss. A loss. And by the way, outside of those 5 interceptions, do you not understand that at the back end of that half of that season, Jared Goff was turning the ball over more than he was in the first half of the season? And that's what you want to pay $110 million to? Tom Brady and Peyton Manning broke touchdown records and still had to go win Super Bowls. Still didn't get paid. That was just for recognition. That was just for namesake. That was for Hall of Fame jacket. And now we just spent $110 million guaranteed because somebody had 30 touchdowns and a 12-5 record. But we can't pay a running back that put in real work. And we can make up new rules, linebackers. I'm sorry, but you guys are about to get so flagged, and offenses are going to move up the field so quick this year because of that new stupid rule of whatever the referee determining the factor of the hit, so whatever that crap was. I'm sorry, linebackers, y'all about to get flagged so bad, and they will be 15-yard penalties. And offenses are going to score on these defenses because of that crap. Watch what I tell you. This is going to be a really bad rule. I'm telling you, when I saw that crap, I have a really bad feeling, and it's not getting any better. I'm already seeing it because touchdowns for quarterbacks have been down the last few years, and that is simply because they meant and changed that crap they did and made defenses soft. Cornerbacks, safeties couldn't touch nobody, couldn't do nothing. Guess what? These young boys have came up in the league now, and now they know how to defend the right way. And now we ain't getting no touchdowns. So now we got another stupid rule so we can move the chains. And we're picking on linebackers now. So now linebackers are going to have to re-understand and relearn what hitting is. And this is going to go on for a few years. Middle of the field is going to be wide open. You're going to get tight ends scoring so many touchdowns. Oh, draft a tight end this year. I'm going to have y'all so lit on tight ends. Trust me. Because I'm telling you, because of this new rule, tight ends are going to be wide open. Draft A.J. Brown. That one was for you, Tomo. But I'm dead serious. He runs tight end routes. Why do you think he's always open? So he's gonna have a field day this year. I got A.J. Brown 1,700 yards because of this stupid new rule. Some people will benefit off this rule, I promise you. Yep. This brought to you by Walt Disney. Got that bling bling. Star Wars. I'm so addicted. Let me tell you something. I'm so bad. So not only everybody worried about my daughter, that she was going to be such a tomboy because I love football so much. If y'all ever met the most girliest girl in the world, it's Lady Jocelyn. She wears a dress every day. She will wear a dress with pants just to make sure she got a skirt on. Okay? That's my baby girl. Now, who are her 3 favorite characters? Number 1, Batman. I love Batman. Baby girl loves Batman. Number 2, Goku. She loves saying comedy. She loves Ultra Instinct. We used to have Ultra Instinct bedtime, and she used to go Ultra Instinct and go furious on me before bed. And number 3, now she's big into Star Wars because she sees that's all Daddy does. So outside of those 3 things, my baby girl is a wonderful young little lady. But this one is for her because she loves the Star. She loves pins, so I did this for her. I decked it out for her. So when she comes Father's Day, she's gonna take all my goodies. And this cup will be taken when my son comes. This is for him. Brought to you by Disney and Star Wars paraphernalia. All righty. So now that we've discussed the ridiculous contract of Jared Goff, correction to make. I'm so sorry. Somehow I looked at a report, and I should have double checked behind that one, and I didn't. Because when I saw it, I was like, I'm worried about nothing. So I initially thought Kirk Cousins' contract was $126 million, and I thought he got a signing bonus only of $50 million. And I said, don't worry about that. Signing bonus don't mean nothing. I said, Ty Gurley got $42 million, I got $20 million signing bonus. He ain't getting nothing. The signing bonuses don't mean nothing. That's a little cash out. Now, unfortunately, Coach was absolutely wrong about this contract because he got a tad bit more than that. And I'm a little upset because he is not worth what he got. Let me see if I can find. Okay. He got $180 million. And he got fully guaranteed contract of $90 million. Okay. Atlanta. I ain't got no money. I really need to understand who is doing your finances and who your scouts are. Like who works for you? Who works for this general manager? He first of all, he needs to be fired. You okay? I need you guys to understand. Okay. Oh, there are things that just that stand out, and when you see it, you say no, 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 no. With this contract starting this year, they already have $65 million in dead money. What? And that's because of the 90 million that they gave him in guaranteed money. Then guess what happens next year, 2025? They're 25 in dead money. If that's if they don't make no other dumb mistakes with their money. They don't come out the hole till 2026. They're going to cut him then, and all that money will be wasted because they don't owe him anything in 2026. He only gets a roster bonus. He only gets a prorated signing bonus. He only gets his base salary, which is nothing. He's getting most of that guarantee. He's getting 12 million this year in that guaranteed, and he's getting 27. Where's the rest of it? How they do this? Sometimes looking at the way they do these contracts is confusing. Ah, that ain't my job. Anyway, that's not my job. Anyway, here's the part that really scares me for Atlanta. Okay. So you gave him all this money, right? Besides giving him all this money, you signed a 5-year rookie. Y'all have a problem with age. You signed a 5-year rookie that's injury problem. Just remember that, right? But with Jared Goff, with Kirk Cousins, he's 36 years old. You gave a 36-year-old quarterback 110, $90 million in guaranteed money. Why? Why, Atlanta? You're not going to the playoffs. You understand that, right? You have to deal with the Bucks. You might be second place. You might be second place. You might make it to the wild card weekend. And that's if all of this works out with Cousins and he doesn't. I'm a Cousins, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Cousins fan. I've always been a Cousins fan, but I'm not stupid either. You don't give a 36-year-old quarterback that has not proven anything $90 million again. He already got guaranteed money when he went to the Vikings, and he didn't do anything. You understand that, right? He didn't do anything. He got a great wide receiver. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. They couldn't do anything financially because they gave it all to him, and he couldn't do anything. But we're giving these guys all this money, and we're telling quarterbacks, running backs, that they have no value. And I don't understand. I don't understand the logic in that. Because the last time I checked, you win Super Bowls because you can run the football. I make fun of Isaiah Pacheco every chance I can get, and he's in the Super Bowl running the football. You can't. You can't win a Super Bowl if you don't have a defense and if you don't have a running back. It's just that quite simple. I get it. Joe Burrow was in the Super Bowl and they had a beautiful game, and I thought they could have won that. And then guess what happened? Defense won the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald got a sack in the Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. Chase was wide open. Old buddy was eating dirt. Ramsey eating dirt again. Twice. He had to eat dirt trying to chase down Chase. Aaron Donald was faster for the win. See, without that kind of defense, Rams lose that game. They won because they had a defense and they had a running back. You cannot win with just a quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Patrick Mahomes carried that entire team right to the Super Bowl. And then they played football and won. I remember it was 3 whole quarters of nothing. Because the defenses were playing great game, played great football. Offenses were a bit stagnant. Chiefs won. Defense, offense, our defense running. Because if it was a passing league like everybody claims it should be, we would have had a 45-52 Super Bowl, right? No, what did we have? What do we always have? No scoring Super Bowl. Why? Defenses are not going to give up what they don't need to. It's just not going to happen. And offenses are going to play a tad bit smarter because they do not have room for mistakes. So protection is key. Running the ball is how you protect the ball. Do you understand? A ball that is thrown is one of the most unprotected sources in football. Y'all know that. It's in the air, meaning anybody can get it. Why do you think there's a thing called, I don't know, interceptions? It was intercepted. It was crossed through. Can't cross through in the running. Oh, protection. Don't get me wrong. Protection could fall. But I'd rather risk that protection over this one. Last time I checked, Marshawn Lynch runs that ball. Seahawks win. It didn't come down to Brady throwing a pass. No. Last time I checked, actually Brady threw a pass and I think it was they were 4th down. Like basically they had to get off the field. Like he didn't score, right? He didn't score. You know who did? Nobody. Because it got intercepted because they threw the ball in the Super Bowl in the end zone when they should have ran it. To this day, the forces of nature keep trying to tell you, run the ball. Nobody wants to. So we got 2 NFC quarterbacks with ridiculous contracts, and neither one of them are going to the playoffs. So now we're going to have 2 guaranteed contracts just sitting at home, making a lot of money. One of them might get hurt, by the way, this year. So I don't have either one of them doing anything special. I mean, maybe the playoffs. They could, but nothing past the second round. It's not going to happen. Nothing past the second round. Unless you Jordan Love. Jordan Love need to get a contract. I'm telling you, I need him to win first. I need him to get deeper in the playoffs. NFC championships, make it keep looking good. But that boy keep playing like this either. Because the way I'm telling you, if you want to impress coach, take hits in the playoffs while you still making connections with your wide receivers. Take them. He did. And the one thing that they said they're going to get him is protection at that draft. And they did that as well. But he took some shots to get that ball down the field and play. He understands the game. And that is how you impress me. I'm sorry. Does it hurt? Yeah, it do. But guess what? The ball still got to get thrown. That's football. You have to understand your line can only protect you but for so long. So eventually you got to get the ball out of your hands. He didn't hold on to it. He didn't throw it away. No, but he sat in the pocket, took them shots, and threw the ball. I just hope I knew he was protected. He was well protected, like in a way, like he didn't fall bad. He didn't hit his head hard. But he took some body shots that I really don't need him taking in the playoffs this year, meaning get him protected. But what you want to see, that determination, that confidence, okay, that control, that leadership, that order. You want to see that in your quarterback. And that boy Jordan Love displayed every piece of that in the playoffs. So they got him for some protection so they can get more of that without him taking too many shots. You know what I mean? So I'm big on Green Bay this year, real big on them. All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we are going to what do we have next when we come back? Oh, we're going to talk about the rookie's impact and what that will be for the 2024 rookie season. So right at the commercial break, we'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back. All right, before we get into our next topic, real quick, as you all know, Coach has his own show, FFC, Fantasy Football with Coombs. We need to change that, by the way, Joe. It needs to be Fantasy Football with Coach. I don't know why I never said anything. I don't mind that my last name is there, but I think it gets confusing when I'm telling people because everybody call me Coach. They even calling me Coach at work now. But it's confusing when I give them the show and I tell them Coombs. So when we get a chance, we need to change it to Fantasy Football with Coach. You know, take my last name out of it. That way, everybody knows me. All right. Where was I going with this? Oh, so Coach has his show. However, remember, football season is slow right now. I'm over here trying to make good topics sound even better, blasting these guys and their contracts, and then it's football. It's slow right now. It's off season. We have nothing going on. Okay, I think rookies are doing their mini camp right now. That's about it. But you know what's going on right now? Baseball. And you know what you should be watching? Baseball with Teddy. Okay, best analyst I've ever seen when it comes. This guy knows baseball. If you love Coach when it comes to football, Teddy will not disappoint you in any way. You understand what I'm telling you? That's who you go watch. I need to get with him anyway because I need to figure out how my Yankees and my Cubs do. Disney got me tied up. Trust me. I wish I had sports. I haven't watched much sports since I've been here. So I need to check on my Cubs and I need to check on my Yankees. But yeah, that is who you need to go to for all your baseball analytic information is Baseball with Teddy. Also, we got Carl gearing up. This is like the smallest window he has. The smallest. Because unless he's doing college baseball, he ain't getting no breaks. Because I think he's been with Teddy a lot, with Baseball with Teddy. But this is like his smallest window for CTC, Carl Talking College. But we gearing up because we got spring games going on, so he's getting ready to gear up for college football as well. But that is where we go for all of our college information when it comes to college basketball, college football, and if he incorporates any more college sports. I know he does. He watches everything college. I wouldn't be surprised if dude don't watch the cheerleading competitions. I do. They'd be awesome. I watch the cheerleading competitions. And you know what's cool? Here at Disney, we get to see that a lot. That's why I love being up here. I got to see not the competitions themselves, but I know one day I was at Disney. I went to Magic Kingdom. the dance teams that came to compete at ESPN were just flooded. I think I have a picture where I said that it was like, I need Moses to part this. That was all the dance teams that came from across the United States to come for the competition. They came to Disney for the day. That was ridiculous. There was so many teams. And they go to ESPN and they have a great time. And they do the same thing for the cheerleading competition. So I can't wait to go see this stuff live. I really enjoy those. But your college information comes from Carl. Carl Talking College, CTC. That is all your college information. He does college basketball, college football. I need to find out if he does any other college sports. We have a boxing channel, the Red Corner. I think that's if that was, Coach has been out for a while. Again, Disney got me tied up, okay? But now I've moved over to another program. We'll get to that in a minute, too. I'll talk a little bit about that to show you, to let you guys know Coach is a little bit more available now. So we have the Red Corner, and then we have our main show as well. R2L, the three main big wigs. We have Dave, Tomo, and Bossman Joe. That's basically our big analyst show where we talk all sports on that show. Everything that happens in the sports world, whether it's news, funny, bad, or good, it all comes from them. We also have Dave with his own show, which is Dave's Doghouse. That's my favorite. One of my favorites. Because look. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Don't mess up. You're going to be in the doghouse. And Dave's going to tell you a new one. It's almost like, a dog, like, salivate when he wants something. It's like, it's going to happen. Like, come on, give it to me. That's Dave, okay? Don't mess up. Oh, my God, don't mess up. He waits for it. He does. He waits for you to. You know how precise Coach got. Coach ain't trying to be on Dave Doghouse. I don't need my head popping out that little doghouse because I gave somebody some bad information or I'm a reason he went 0-3 because I gave him bad information in fantasy or something, which Coach never does. Coach will always set you up for success, okay? Ask anybody who drafted Jalen Reed. How happy were you? No, not drafted. Waiver wire. Who want nobody looking at him? You know what I'm saying? Waiver wire pick. That's what he was. And he blew the heck up. What? That's the kind of information Coach gives you. But anyway, get sidetracked again. All right, so let's go. So those are the shows that we have. I think I'm missing. Am I missing one? I think I'm missing one. Missing a few. But so I actually, Coach need to get a list. Oh, we got it. The red bar. No. I got them all. All right. So now let's go over to our next topic. Where we at? All right. So I want to talk about the rookies' impact for the 2024 fantasy season. Give me 1 second. No, not you. Where you at? Where I just had this list. Why would you do that to me? Oh no, where's my list? Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I have my list up here. I wanted to go through all the rookies that got drafted that will actually have impact in games. Is this it? Okay, here we go. Jeez, man. All right, so first up we have Michael Penix Jr. Wait, is that the one I'm looking for? No. It's not. So why would you be first? That's not what I'm looking for. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is what I'm looking for. I need the rookies though. I don't need. So I had a rookie list, and it was beautiful because they had them all just from top to bottom. I was able to go through each player. Now I just can't find it. Let me see. Let me see. I'm not trying to stay too long if I can't find it. Let me see something. Just the one I'm looking for? Oh, thank God. I found it. Oh, man. I got so scared. Okay. I found it. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I was freaking out because I had a beautiful, I had a beautiful, beautiful list. It had everything I needed. And I just needed to, okay. All right. I found it. Okay. Here we go. My goodness. All right. First, we have Marvin Harrison Jr. Okay. Now, I think he will have a very big impact. We got to go through training camp. We got to go through what is it? Preseason. Okay. Look, this is what I want you guys to look at when he's on the field. All right. Look at his hands. Are they open? Does he use his chest? Does he use his hands, or does he use his hands with a strong form? With a strong sense of arm. It's the way he catches. Okay. I understand what he did in college. This NFL level, people are chasing balls, come a little bit faster. We need to understand. Now, if he's dropping these balls, let's say he gets to the right spot. His hands are in the right spot, and that ball drops. I'm not worried about that. He didn't do it in an NFL game. I need to make sure he's getting the routes in, he's getting his hands where they need to be. Everything will come when it comes. He's nervous. He's a young kid. He's gonna try to show out, but come on, let's be real. Nerves kick in too. He's little fear might mess with him a little bit, but get the jitters out. The yips will come. We cannot worry about that. Now, what we know is he is going to be on the field. He is going to be the number one target. I don't care what anybody says. He will be the number one target. Okay? So he's got a lot of work to do, by the way, coming into Arizona. I'm just letting y'all know that now. As the number one target, you get double team. He's going to come in the league, possibly taking on a double team. Why? Because they don't have nobody else. They don't have nobody. Anybody else to throw the ball to. Now, what that also means is he will potentially see 9 targets a game. 9 targets. What that means is what? He's going to get the ball thrown to him in his direction about that many times. How many of that will he catch? If we think he's as good as they say he is, i.e. from college and can translate over to the NFL, he should see 6 of those targets. That's really good. That means he only either 1 was overthrown, 2 may have been dropped, or 2 may have never, he couldn't get to him. So, but he caught 6. Now, out of those 6, he only got 20 yards. We got a problem. Out of those 6, he's got 60 yards. Hey. He's got 6 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. Let's go. Let's go. Because that's exactly what you want in fantasy. Now, what I'm going to tell you is where you should draft him. What I'm going to tell you is where everybody else is going to draft him. If you can possibly wait, let him fall to the 4th or 5th round and snag him up. He still can be in your number 1 spot. and you got a gold mine at that value, meaning you and then what also means is you either got another wide receiver early, or you also got two great running backs to go with him. Okay, because you waited. But what I'm also going to tell you is, if you wait, you may not get him, because I almost guarantee you, in most leagues, he's going to be drafted in the second round. Should he be? No. Why? Again, he double teamed a lot. That's why he's going to have 9 targets, possibly only catching 6. Where the number 2, who's only getting 1 guy on him, is going to catch 5 of his 5 targets. You see? So he's gonna have, I think, one of the best impacts. Just if you draft him in the second round, he ain't gonna give you the value you're looking for right now, early to where you want it. But if you wait for him in the 5th round, he'll pop off for you right whenever you need him. Okay, and then it's gonna extend and keep going. Because those first 5 games are gonna be a bit rocky, depending on what the schedule is, depending on who they're playing. He may have a great game here, he may have a bad game in the second. So it's not like he's gonna have 100 yards every game, guys. Let's be realistic about fantasy. That's why. What did I tell you? 9 targets, 6 catches, 60 to 80 yards out of those 6 catches, and hopefully a touchdown. That's really good. Because 6 catches gives you 6 points. In fantasy, PPR, right? 80 yards, 60 yards gets you 6 points. 80 yards gets you 8 points, right? So right there, that's either 12 or 14. And then a touchdown, you add 6. That's 22 or 20 points. Easy. And the number 1 spot, easy. Maybe number 2, maybe a flex too. Because maybe you got another great receiver at another spot because you took him in the 5th. Now that's your flex. I put Chase in the flex because I had other receivers. I was eating. Oh my God, I tore it up. Think about it. You got Kyron Williams, right? With your first pick. Or Bijan. I don't know about Bijan. I'm a little bit bigger than Kyron Williams and Mr. Don't Quit McCaffrey. I don't know. Bijan, I don't know, man. That contract signing kind of got me dropping. We'll see. But anyway, but I think that's Marvin Harrison will have a pretty decent, a really good impact on his first year. So I am saying draft him. I am saying, though, see if you can wait for the 5th round and snag him up. And if you can't, at least you get another great receiver at the 5th round. 4th round, maybe. Marvin Harrison, if it comes to you, if it's like a steal for you in the 4th round, he's sitting there and it's a 4th round and you got 2 receivers. Let's say you got first pick, running back. Second pick, running back. Let's say your 3rd pick. You might steal him at your 3rd. I wouldn't. I would get another great receiver at my 3rd. And if he's there in the 4th round, it's gonna be hard for him to beat. He's gonna have to have the really bad yips like Chase for you to snag him in the 5th. Because if he looked good in preseason, nah, bro. You gonna have to take him most likely in the 2nd. And so if he has a really good show in preseason and training camp, I hope the Arizona don't get hard knocks. But if he has a really good showing, he's gonna be going to the 2nd round. Don't even worry about waiting on him unless you plan on taking him in the 2nd round, which, by the way, I will tell you is not a good idea. Again, his value for me, based on target value and yard value a game, 80 yards a game is really good, by the way. Like, really good. I took Chase because I knew he was going to get 80 yards a game. And he gets more than that. You see what I'm saying? He has an upside. Okay? But his greatest value is in the 4th, 5th round. You take him in the 2nd round, you're risking a lot. Because again, it's not like I got Arizona going into the playoffs. No, sir. Not gonna happen. 8 games, maybe 7, maybe 9, but nope, no more than that. And that's if that little boy can stay healthy too. They don't want to run the circle. They pay too much. can't remember his name. Kyler Murray. Okay, Malik Neighbors. I think he is another receiver, another fifth rounder. But I think if you get him in the fifth round, fifth, sixth round, he's another good value. I think I don't have Giants doing much, but they don't have much either. So they're going to force feed this receiver. I'm telling you that now. So if you snag him late in the fifth, sixth round, if he pans out for you, you got a gold mine. If he doesn't, he's an easy drop. Like he's an easy drop. And you could the receiving pool and waivers. It's nonstop. People gonna tear their ACLs, unfortunately. So you'll be just fine if you take a Malik Neighbors in the fifth, sixth round, and he doesn't pan out for you. Okay. But I think he is going to have an immediate impact in fantasy because he's going to be on the field immediately. They don't have any receivers in New York, and they don't have a running back, obviously. So he's going to have significant impact. Let's see. Chicago's wide receiver, Rome Odunze. Yep, he's another receiver. Fourth, fifth round, I think, based on what they already have. And based on the connection, I believe him and his quarterback will have. The reason why I say that is it's always great when look at Jalen Reed and Jordan Love. I'm just saying. It works out well when the young cats have a connection together. And especially when they're not the number one receiver. He's going to be the number 3. Ain't nobody holding him. I'm telling you right now, don't let me see Rome on the wave on the draft board in the 4th or 5th round. I'm snagging. No. I'm sorry. 7th round. 7th round, maybe 7th, 8th round. Yeah, I'm snagging him up. He will be on my roster being drafted. I'm not waiting for him to fall to the waiver wires. I'm drafting Rome Odunze, but I'm thinking 7th, 8th round is where I'm taking him. Because that'll probably be my 3rd receiver on the 3rd or 4th receiver on the board. If I already have 3 running backs already. And he would be the rookie I have because that's around the rounds where I draft my rookie receivers. Xavier Worthy for Kansas City. Well, with the other boy getting in so much trouble, Xavier Worthy might be getting a bigger impact than expected. So I'm going to say he should be heavily drafted. I think he's going to have an immediate impact as well. They don't have much in Kansas City, so that's what they drafted him for, to come in and catch football. So he's gonna do that. They have him as the 4th wide receiver, but no, he's gonna be the 3rd or 2nd. Brock Bowers. Oh, I skipped one. I'm so sorry. Caleb Williams. So his impact will be absolutely immediate. Here's where I want to talk about Caleb Williams because dynasty is very important to some people. I mean, he's the number 1 drafted rookie. If you're gonna draft somebody, if that's what you. I have not played dynasty, so it's gonna be hard for me to tell you what to do in this essence. But I mean, he would be your quarterback as long as the Bears got their guy. Yeah, he'll be a great dynasty pickup for you. They have a lot of good weapons. They have a good defense in Chicago. And again, I have Chicago winning 9 games this year. As long as the schedule fits what they want to do with this rookie, meaning him getting acclimated to the game and progressing through the season, I got the Chicago Bears with a 9-win season. 3rd or 2nd, depending on if they can beat the Detroit Lions. 3rd or 2nd in the division. So a lot of that 9 games is based on Caleb Williams. So if 9 games winning for Chicago Bears is what I'm predicting, obviously Caleb Williams has to be a product of those 9 wins, which means what? He's giving you at least 30 touchdowns. Huh? 30 touchdowns, huh? Ain't that something, Goff? Woo! Caleb Williams, you about to get paid, bro. Just keep throwing 30 touchdowns a season, my guy. You'll be just fine. Shoot. But anyway, as long as Caleb throws about 30 touchdowns a game, or has, I won't say because he's going to run some. So long as he has about 30 touchdowns a game for the Chicago Bears offense, yeah, they win 9 games. So what that means for you in Dynasty, bada bing, bada boom, you have a good rookie quarterback. As it pertains to PPR leagues, this would be your quarterback you would draft late, like last 3 pick, or waiver wire. But I think I would have Caleb Williams on my roster. I just may not draft him. If I can snag him off the waiver wire, I'll grab him there. Or if he's available, again, with one of my last 3 picks, yeah, I'll grab him. And matter of fact, if I don't have a quarterback and I'm like, 'cause remember what coach do? I don't draft the quarterback until one of my last 3 picks. Okay, like if it's somebody I just have to get, remember there's certain quarterbacks I tell you to get between the first 4 rounds. But if you don't snag one of them up, buddy, just wait until the last 3 rounds where you can get an overpaid Kirk Cousins, you get an overpaid Jared Goff. Because obviously 4,500 yards is a lot. So at least in that aspect, your quarterback is giving you fantasy points because of his 30 touchdowns and 4,500 yards. Obviously. Anyway, so at least there's value in that. So I would draft Caleb Williams with one of my last picks if that's the quarterback I'm gonna go with. Absolutely. Let's see. Brock Bowers. I know I'm gonna be heavy on tight ends this year. I don't know if I'm gonna touch Brock Bowers. I don't know. Only reason why I don't know where to rank him is because I don't know what with Antonio Pierce. I don't really know. And what's his name? Aiden O'Connell is his name, I think, the quarterback for the Raiders. I don't really know what their identity is. I don't know what the Raiders' identity is, right? So I don't know what this kid is going to do. Now, if they want to use him to be a security blanket for O'Connell, okay. Well, security blanket gets 5 to 7 targets, which means he could catch 4 and have 30, 40 yards. And maybe a touchdown if he's a red zone target. So if they can run the ball, if they can get into the red zone, and that's where you have to be weary of the 3 to 4 targets a game in 40 yards. Here, let me give you an example. I got a great example for you. Will Disley, I think that was Will Disley, that was with Seattle when DK Metcalf was a rookie. I didn't draft DK Metcalf, but I did get him off the waiver wire and put him, because I liked him. I'm 6'5". I love this size. I love this speed. I thought he was going to be a good thing. I put him on my roster because he was going to be on my bench. I had the room for him to sit, okay? You know who my tight end was? No, I didn't have the tight end. He was tearing me up in one game. I lost that game because of the 3 touchdowns that dude had. But when you went and looked, right, because I wanted to see if he was available in other leagues, I did pick him up. Well, you know what I looked at first before I grabbed him? I looked at his yards, right? Man, you only get 4 catches a game. And you only get like 30 yards. You have 2-3 touchdowns every freaking game. Why? Because when you watch the games, well, you have to watch the games as well to know about these players. All of his catches came in the red, like they all came after the 50-yard line. Okay. He may have 1 here, but then he'll catch another 2 after, throughout the game. He'll have 4 catches throughout the game, but it's where he got them that got the 30, 40 yards. All the touchdowns came when he was in the red zone. All of them came when he was in the red zone. And when he got injured, where do you think those targets were going to go? To the rookie. Bing! That's why I had DK Metcalf. I wasn't waiting for the tight end to get hurt. But what happened was when you watch DK Metcalf while that tight end was playing, DK Metcalf at the 3rd receiver was still getting 2-3 catches a game, but he was averaging 40, 50 yards with those 3 catches. I was like, ooh, I can't wait for you to get more. So you have to pay attention to where targets come from. So that's why I say with Brock Bowers, I'm a little weary because I don't know where his targets are going to come from. If they're open field targets, buddy, if you have the tight end on your team and he is in your tight end spot, and he's an open field tight end, you're in trouble because all he's going to get is 4 or 5 catches and he's only going to have 40 yards. That's 9 points. He may get a touchdown here or there, but he is not going to be. I don't know if they brought him in to be a Kelsey. You see what I mean? you got to remember, everybody keeps drafting. I can't remember his name. I can't. It's leaving me. They keep drafting the 49ers tight end. And I can tell you, I stopped doing that. I understand he has some good games he can catch, but you have to remember one thing: he has one main job. That's the block. He only gets targets when the receivers go down. Why would you draft that? That means you're waiting to put him in, hoping one of these receivers. I can put him in this week. So what you been doing all the week before that? You need somebody. You need consistency. You cannot draft and waste a spot on somebody that's going to be on your bench until somebody gets injured, where you can put him in for 3-4 games. That's not the way to do it. He is a blocking tight end that has some really good hands and he can run routes. I get it. And when they call on him, he's good. But you got to remember, he's only, even when the receivers are all playing, like he only gets like 3 catches a game. Like you cannot rely on that as a tight end. So I don't know what Brock Bowers' value is going to be with the Raiders. So I don't have really a value for him in fantasy right now. Okay, so we got Brian Thomas with Jacksonville. I think he's going to be a punt kick returner, so not too much value there. He's a 5th receiver. I don't think he's going to be much. I know they need receivers, but if he's on the field, he could be the 3rd, 4th, like come in and fill in for people, gives people rest. So that I don't know, his target value won't be very high. So I most likely have him in waivers. Like he'll be waiver wire. If somebody goes down, he can move up. And then you grab him off the waiver wires. I think that's where he'll be. So one thing to pay attention to, this is where you want to pay it. So I don't ever want to just say a person's never going to do nothing and then leave you alone with it. No. What we want to pay attention to with him, use your eyes, watch the game. When he's in the game, what's he doing? He's not going to get a lot, okay? But that keeps your eye on him in the waivers. Or if you do have a spot to waste on your bench, he's sitting there. But the thing to pay attention to is when he does get the targets, what do they look like? What is he doing with those targets? Even if it's only 3. If he has 3 for 30, yeah, you got 3 for 30. You catching 10 yards of catch? That's pretty good. Are you getting the first down every time? So now you're watching the game, right? He gets another 3 catches, right? But every time you watch 3, they got a first down. He don't have a touchdown yet, but every time they need a first down, for some reason they keep going in. Really, pay attention to that. You see what I'm saying? He may not have the value of consistent catching, but he may have value in trust and chemistry, right? Like they call him in here and he keeps coming in the game. He keeps getting 3 catches. Like, wow, I need more than this. You do, right? But now you don't want to pray on another man downfall, but it's like, oh, you think you got a little gold mine, you wait for it to pop off. Pay attention to that. Because you can also pay attention to every time he get on the field, he got 3 catches, he caught 1 for 5. 1 for 1. He got 4 targets, he only caught 1 for 15 yards. Like, what? You got 4 targets, he only caught 1? And then you watch the game, because he getting draped, he can't get separation. Like, I don't want you. See, you got to put it all together. You let everybody else get grabby, because they're going to drop that same person that they grab because they're too grabby. You watch. Be patient. One thing coach keeps telling y'all in fantasy, stop chasing these undefeated records. You will lose the championship. You have to lose games in fantasy. You have to study what your roster needs. You have to understand, do I need to hold on to you or do I need to drop you? And sometimes you can't just drop them after week 1. You might be able to put them on your bench for a minute. And sometimes you got to go through those growing pains of putting the wrong person in the game every week. It happens. You have to study your roster. You cannot chase wins, because ultimately we can take an 8-6 team from being in last place in the playoffs to the championships and win. You know what we can also do is knock down a 12-0 person. It's easy. Because bye week fiasco is a monster. That's what we need to set our rosters up for bye week fiasco. Because if you draft wrong, then bye weeks are going to hit you, and you sitting on 5 straight losses. You have to play off that fast, bro. I'm telling you, it's not a joke. That crap is not fun. You need to prepare for the bye weeks. You draft for the future. You don't draft for the now. Who gives a damn if you lost in week 1? Week 1 ain't winning you a championship, my guy. It's not. Week 10, if that's what it is in fantasy, that's the one that gets you because that's the one that tells you what your roster is at the end of the season. Do not rely on stacking wins. You need to be smart. You need to stack strategic wins. You understand what I'm telling you? You need to understand, how did this man beat me with this roster? Now you need to understand how you need to build your roster so you don't have, you lose to somebody twice in fantasy, that can also get you knocked out no matter what your record is. You got to be prepared to win, but you also got to be prepared to lose. Fantasy has to have all of those combinations. Same as football. You can't win and go undefeated because then you're going to end up like the Patriots. You're going to lose Super Bowl. But you know what you can do is be like the Giants and lose a lot of games and make it to the playoffs because you have a strong defense and you know how to win on the road and you went over New England and you whooped their behind. Right. So I have so much respect for Eli Manning. I have more respect for Eli Manning than I do for more quarterbacks. I don't think people know that about me. Some people do. If people know me, you know that I have more respect for Eli Manning than I do any other quarterbacks in the NFL. You want to know why? Because he beat my quarterback twice. I had to watch that crap twice. I had to watch the same spectacular catch in a different fashion on this defense. Because that was fated to happen. That's why he sat in that skybox when his brother won his second one. Like, oh, yeah, I don't know how he won the second one either, Eli. I don't know how they just had to have him tie with you. They just couldn't let you be better than Peyton. I don't get it either, bro. I had you better than him. I don't know. You had 2 of them over him, but nope. You had to let him ride off into the sunset. But it's cool. I still got you pegged high, my pimp. It's Brady, then it's Eli. Screw you. If you don't like it, I don't care. It's my show. Anyway. All right, Lad McConaughey. So he is with the Chargers. He'll get on the field. I don't know what his impact will be because I don't know what the Chargers have. No receivers. I know they're gonna try to get him in. We'll see what he can do. He's a late round. He's late round picks. He's gonna, there's a lot of receivers that you grab before this guy. So he could possibly be somebody to watch in waivers. If you're in leagues that gives points to special teams, he, depending on what he does, he could get you points there. But I'm not sure they have him as wide receiver 6. So I got to see where he moves up. We'll keep our eye on him. We'll see how he moves up in the wide receiver rankings as training camp and preseason walks. Because I don't really know. So him, we're going to put a pause on. We'll do that with players as well. You don't never want to leave a player out, but I'm not sure what his impact will be because they have him as wide receiver 6, and I'm not quite sure. I know they got a receiver because they need one, but I'm not quite sure what they plan on doing with him. So we'll keep a pause and eye on Lad McConaughey. Let's see, Jaden Daniels for Washington is going to have a big impact. Obviously, he's a starting quarterback. I have them winning 9 games, maybe. I have to look at the roster. We'll see what the roster is. Now that the roster's out, now the schedule's out, coach get to have some fun, predicting some schedules. So stay tuned to that because some of you guys will not be happy with what I'm going to predict with your records, with your season. And I need to do something. I know I predicted last year, and coach did the whole big cinema that they call it. I did all 32 teams prediction. I'm not doing that again. That was long. It was a 3-hour movie. But I will break them up through different shows, different teams. But we will predict them because what I want to do is I'm going to go back from this year and look at how close my predictions were. But I also have them written down. I'm going to see how close my predictions were to what the actual records were. And we're going to do that again this year. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have fun with Coach tracking my predictions. Yep. I don't care. That's what we're going to do. I like it. I mean, let's think about it, right? Coach sat here for a whole entire season last year and gave you guys all my advice. I gave you guys everything I could think of as it pertains to football and fantasy. And the majority of you were in the playoffs and won a Super Bowl. Heck, Ty came on the show as the R2L champion. As the R2L champion, came on the show as the and showed the support. And here's the part that I love the most. He said, I listened to you, coach, and I drafted Sam Howell last. Sam Howell had him, don't get me wrong, he had a backup quarterback. He had another quarterback. But he understood what I was saying between what they had on offense in Washington, between the offensive coordinator that they had in Washington. Only one or two things could happen. Sam Howell was either going to catapult or he was going to fall. And if you took him last, didn't matter. If you took him with your higher picks, you were stupid. I didn't tell you to do that. I said take him last. Take him at the end of the draft. And if you did that, where was Sam Howell for the first 9 weeks? Oh, I don't know. He was number one quarterback in passing. Because he was averaging 25 points a game in fantasy football. Isn't that what you want in your number one quarterback? Don't get me wrong. 30, 40, that's great. But see, if your last pick is averaging you 25 points a game, what you think your first pick was averaging you? And who could that have been? Who could that have been? That could have been McCaffrey. That could have been CeeDee Lamb. That could have been anybody that was going off last year. That was the number one pick. Your number second pick could have been anybody that was going off. You already had your other picks. You see what I'm saying? So if your other picks were getting you 30, 40, if your flex is getting you 19, 18, you feel me? Your tight end getting you 15, 9, right? And your last pick at quarterback is giving you 25. Buddy, you going to the playoffs. You going to the championship because you have value in your picks that can't be beat by theirs. Yeah, man. Jazz it with me, man. It's like poetry, bro. I love football. I love this stuff, man. And I don't know if I said it, and I could have said it, so I'm going to say it again. I got bored of fantasy football because, and not that I don't love, I love it. I got bored in my way, like to the point that I drafted every league you could on ESPN, which is like 30 something. I drafted all 7 on Yahoo, which I hate Yahoo. All 7 or 10, whatever it was. And I drafted all 6 in NFL. I was stupid, but that's how messed up my brain is when it comes to football. I wanted all of it. Like, and it was a bad year. I lost possibly every game, every season, every league, right? So I was like, okay, so that's not what I need. And then when Boss Man Joe found me and we came up with this idea, y'all don't understand how free this thing has been lately because I get to just give you all I don't need it. I don't need it. Because if I keep it, y'all will never win. You'll never win. You'll never win. I'm so strategic. I just know what to do. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to call myself a guru. Everybody uses the name guru. I don't want to call myself no God. I don't want to call myself none of that. I'm coach. I'm coach. The same values, the same respect, the same knowledge that I give you guys in this. What do you think I put on the football field to these young boys? These 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. 5, 6, 7. That's where I'm at. I'm there. I'm at the young minds because if I got them there, you're. I was in a league where if you scored over 40 points on your opponent, your head coach had to pay a $200 fine. A $200 fine for beating a team by 40 or more. We were the Zion ZBs. I was the defensive coordinator. Okay? We ran a 5-3 defense. I hate the 5-3 defense. We ran a 5-3 defense. We were the number one team. We were the number one defense in the entire Chicagoland for that football league. Funny part about that was, out of 9 games, 3 of them we got scored on. Because I had to. Because we had over 30 points, and we had a quarter and a half left, and we were going to score again because that's just the offense we built. We knew how to. We were so good. So what I had to do? Hey, I had to pull off my starters. Had to put in the second string. Had to take them back off. Like had to back them up on the field. I basically had to open lanes and give the opponent ways to score on us, so we don't have to pay a fine when we end up scoring again. I had to do that for 3 games. 3 games. The rest of the games, because we kept the score under 30. Or if we did get the 30, it was because we got that in the fourth quarter and, you know, we weren't going to touch 40 points. You feel me? They put the stats up for our defense because of those 3 touchdowns for the 9 games for the year. My defense only allowed 3.5 points. Oh, we was coming for your head. My defense was nasty. My last flag football team right after the same league. You know what's funny when you have 5, 6, and 7-year-olds playing flag football. Don't get me wrong, we averaged like 2 interceptions. But we were beating them like 28-0, 36-6. Oh, I was crushing them. And it was funny to hear parents on the sideline. That black team is so aggressive. Aggressive? Oh, it's flag football. All my players are doing is snatching your team's flag, your opponent's flag, scoring touchdowns from the. You know a play I ran? This is the funny thing. You hear that comment, right? And I laugh about it. You hear the comment that my team is being too aggressive. You want to know what offense I ran? My son, my 5-year-old son at the time, who never played football, never played sport, who was so uncoordinated. He was my center. That was my center. So I had a center, I had a quarterback. I had 1 running back behind him. I had a running back here, and I had a running back here. So I had 3 running backs on the line, my quarterback, and my center. That's it. I had a T formation. That's it. Do you understand? We ran up against people that were spreading us out in spread formation. We had going up against people that had an I formation in flag football. Flag football for 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. That's it. That's the age. And we were going up against, because why? These coaches were coaches from the tackle league, same tackle league that we were in. So, you know, they got these plays that they running in the actual tackle league. I'm running a plain old little T formation because I just want you guys to know how to run. Why? Because every practice, what we do, we run. We run every practice. We run more than practice, and then we run our little T formation. I just want to make sure they know what to do. Because when we get in the game, they're going to do it. I don't need to sit here all practice and keep going over the same thing. We had 1 hour practice on a Friday before a Saturday flag football game. I ain't got time to go through all this. We need to run. So I make sure you guys don't have an endurance and it can last this whole game. And we out here blowing people out. I'm not a coach. I know football. And now I'm at the time where I just want to give you guys all this. I don't need it. All I'm gonna do is keep winning. I'll get bored. You know, I get bored of winning sometimes. That's why I stop playing Madden. I'm done. I don't care what nobody say. I will never pick up a Madden controller because the minute I do, your lives will be over. It's time. Sometimes you got to put things to rest. Okay? You got to just let it go. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm moving on to Star Wars, Fallen Order. It's great. Battlefront. It's all fun. I don't need Madden anymore. What I need is for you all to win all the stuff you want to win because I gave you all the best knowledge you could ever get. That's not from ESPN. It's so sad. I'm right down the street and I'm trying to go over there and cook for them. And I'm telling them to their face if I'm over there. I'm not ESPN. You need to listen to me, coach. Don't listen to ESPN. They lie because they base everything off stats. And that's just what they're supposed to do. They're statistical analysis. That's what they have to do. I'm not a statistical analysis. I'm a coach. I understand the field. I understand the grass. I understand the goalpost. I understand the widthage. I understand the length. I understand the pigskin. I understand the jersey. I understand the helmet. And I understand the pads, the hitting. I understand everything that comes with this sport. So I'm going to give you the right knowledge, not statistical knowledge, okay? And I'm not even giving you personal knowledge. I don't care to be personal in this. I love the sport the way it is. That's why I give you the information the way it is, because that's how it's built. And I don't go away from it. I don't deter from it. I don't add to it. If you are trash, you are trash. If you are great, you are great. You don't get me to brag about you because you made one hit on a Michigan Wolverine running back and you never played your entire senior year and get drafted number 1 and don't do anything. Today, Beyond Clowney, you ain't gonna get me to say nothing good about you. No, it's not gonna happen. I just wanted to throw shade. But as I'm saying, so that I do this stuff, guys, for you, not for me. You guys help me out, actually. All this is in here. All this NFL, all this football, it's all in here. That's why I'm so swollen. Because it need to come out. Like Michael Jackson. That's how I feel about football. And thanks to every single last one of you, I get to do that. I appreciate that so much. So understand me, when Coach sits here in front of you and talks to you about that, I'm not here to give you bull. I'm here to tell you the truth. How many times has Coach sat here with you guys and we've had conversations about players? Hey, what do you think about Coach? Coach, what do you think about sitting this player, starting this player, picking this person up from the waiver wire? Coach gonna sit right there with you. We're gonna go and look at the players. We're gonna evaluate them. We're gonna compare them. And I'm gonna talk to you about what I've seen in the games and what I've seen them do. And we're gonna make judgment calls based off that. Who do I learn? You know, I learned that from somebody actually. If you go to fantasy football shows on Sirius XM Radio, man, those guys are the best. That's why I don't do ESPN, because those guys, that's where I get that stuff from. I listen to them and they know what they're talking about. How do I know that? Because they say the same stuff I say. How many times I sit in my car driving, listening to them screaming at the top of my lungs. I just said that crap last week. I was more happy they see it, because the average Joe I try to talk to don't. And it's hard for me to talk to some people sometimes because they just don't, their eyes don't get past being a fan of a team. I'm still a fan of I'm a fan of the NFL. So that means everybody, all the teams, all the general managers, all the owners, they're going to get all the same respect, shade, and crap talked about from me. I don't care. If you're in my NFL bubble, welcome. Welcome. But you all get the same treatment. From player up all the way down. You all get the same treatment. And that's what I love. So that means you all are going to get that type of information from Coach, okay? And if Coach is wrong about a player, Coach will tell you. Javonte Williams, that one broke my heart, man. I told y'all to take that man, what, second round, third round? I forgot what round I told y'all to take him in. And, oh, man. Then don't get me wrong. He turned it around end of the season, but that to me, that was a little bit of a rough. It was him and boy from the Steelers, who I thought was going to be a little bit better. I can't wait to get this situation fixed. It is driving me nuts. All right, let's get back to. Here we go. Let's get back to our rookies. Where are we at? All right, Carolina, Jonathan Brooks. I'm not touching that. I'll keep my eye on him. He's a running back. I'm always keep my eye on a running back, because why? You always need a running back. But he's somebody that's most likely gonna. I'll watch him. We'll watch him now. I'm not big on Carolina doing much. It's not. I mean, do they plan on relying on the running game and not the quarterback that they drafted last year? You see what I'm saying? What do y'all plan on doing? So I don't have any information to give you guys on him right now. So he's a bubble player right now. We keep him in the bubble. Pause him. Come back to that later. Because again, he's a running back. He always need a running back. So as long as he can run the ball, as long as he can do what we need him to do at that position, he is always going to have value, even at the flex. So we'll put him in the bubble right now. Which right now I don't have much information based on the fact that I have no idea what Carolina plans on doing. Keon Coleman. Let me tell you something. I couldn't wait to get to him. I done heard a couple shades thrown, and nobody pays attention like Coach. What Coach all been said about Stephon Diggs? He'll give you good grades at the beginning of the semester, and he gonna give you a bunch of F's when that winter solstice hit. But he can't catch in the cold, bro. I'm sorry. He cannot catch in the cold. You know what's funny? I had this really awesome manager when I worked at Maxwell's Pizza. Maxwell's, I love you all. Lance. Me and Lance had a discussion one day when I was working prep. He came in open, right? We were talking about football, and we got on Diggs. And I made my always comment, Stephon Diggs can't catch the cold. And I don't like that comment very much because of what certain eyes see, mine don't. I see a little bit, I see through that in a way. And I saw what he was saying collectively, but see, collectively it's 18 weeks, not 9. I'm just saying. What you all see in the beginning look great. And your points look so great in fantasy. Y'all didn't notice how ungreat that crap was after week 10, 11 when your fantasy points weren't the same? Y'all didn't notice? That's the part that I don't ever say that people don't notice. So he came and brought me this list of all of Stephon Diggs catches. 8 catches, 130 yards. 7 catches, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he told me, and I said, yup. And I was looking. I said, Lance, come here. Look right now. What did I say? That was I think I pointed at a November date. 2 catches, 30 yards. And I kept, keep going. 1 catch, 15 yards. 0. 3 catches, 40 yards. Oh, it kept getting worse. Because it kept getting colder as he kept looking down. I said, nah, Lance, you can't look at September and see and tell me he's great when down here in November, December, and January, there's no Stephon Diggs. What happened last year? And it was so bad because all I kept saying is I just said, wait for it. Week 9, week 1 through 9, Stephon Diggs looked amazing. Week 10, that cold hit. Golly, that's that cold stuff. Remember, we live in Florida. We live in Washington, D.C. We live in other locations. We don't live in Buffalo, New York. We didn't live in Minnesota where he was when it got cold. He can't catch in the cold. He don't want to catch. I don't know what it is. But when that cold weather strikes, Stephon Diggs ain't catching no football. So we have a press conference with Keon Coleman. And somebody said something about the cold. I said, wow. And you know what that boy comment was? What you mean? I've been in Michigan 2 years. Look, he didn't throw the shade, but whoever that reporter was, hey, kudos for that question. Because that was shade thrown at Stephon. Because that means somebody else has paid attention. He don't catching the damn cold. Now, Stephon Diggs in Houston, depending on his age and what he do, he's going to get hurt. I don't know. It might look good over there right now. But it don't get cold in Houston. It's nice. It's really nice. Very good weather. And that dome closes, by the way. And depending on where that roster is for Houston this year, Stephon Diggs may have an outstanding year because he ain't got to touch one piece of damn snow. You can't catch in the cold. And if Keon Coleman as a second round pick he's the first draft pick. Okay, that's very important. The Bills just did not have a first round pick, and there was no need to move up in the first round to give up other picks if you knew you had what you wanted in that second round. That's exactly what this was. Okay, he is a replacement for Stephon Diggs, and if the cold weather comes. Even don't get me. Let me tell you something, because I know how grimy people can be. Let's say that weather start changing in New York. If we start seeing Keon Coleman more when that weather change, yeah, they throw it shade. Because if he has an outstanding season as the weather gets colder, they're gonna throw so much shade at Stephon Diggs. And if he is anything better than that, they're in the playoffs because of him, and because they got everything else. But you got to remember, they've been missing a receiver for weeks. God, the Bills are literally missing a receiver from weeks 10 to 18. Like, they're literally missing their number one receiver. He doesn't show up. And they literally went and got a number one receiver who plays with the cold. Y'all don't see that? That's what the NFL throws shade, bro. It's fun. It's fun. Y'all can see through coaches' eyes sometimes, man. It's funny. Alert, 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 alert. Somebody just popped on coach's radar. Guess who's going to be a top 5 running back this year? I haven't said his name in so long. I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait for him to come back. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know where that came from. I sat there and drank my coffee. And the force brought me to that name. Oh, man. Because I've been wondering what running back has just been missing from my mind. Because John Taylor, he's going to be amazing. I think he's going to be great. But Nick Chubb, that's who we missing. Oh, Nick Chubb will be a top 5 running back this year. Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. I had to get that out. Oh, I haven't said his name so long. I haven't done my Nick Chubb serenade. Ooh. I need you people to understand something about this kid. I almost broke my hip. And they traded away that one running back, knowing I knew that Nick Chubb was the rookie that they drafted behind. And they traded. I said, dude, I was watching. That's what my TV at that time, because I worked with government, so I worked at home. So my TV stayed on NFL Network. I was by myself. Wife was at work at Sephora. Son was at school. I was teleworking. It stayed on NFL Network. And I was in the kitchen cooking lunch. And I heard all I heard was, "Oh boy, got traded." And my phone was in the living room, and I almost broke my hip on the couch trying to get to my phone because I had 7 leagues that I needed to get Nick Chubb. I missed him in one. Oh my God. Oh. Because I had Kareem Hunt as a rookie that same year, too. Oh, my brother. Coach know how to drive. I know how to pick players, you know. I know how to do this. Shoot, don't play with me. Oh, my goodness. I had Nick Chubb. Oh, my God. And that's the same year that I had Jared Goff. I had Todd Gurley. Oh, my goodness. I had Todd Gurley. Kareem Hunt. And you telling me all I had to do was go grab Nick Chubb off the waiver wire? That was a beautiful year, bro. That was a beautiful year for me. And I lost to my son in the fantasy league. Oh! No, my wife. I lost to my wife because I drafted both of our leagues that year, and I lost to my wife. How ironic is that? her roster ended up being better than mine. Oh, because Kareem Hunt fell. He fell off, so I lost the running back. Gurley wasn't getting the touches he was getting like he was because, time to get ready for the play. Oh, yeah. So, where again, and what was I? I had basically an undefeated record. You cannot chase that. And my roster was so undefeated. Like, I think I lost one game that year because Kareem Hunt didn't. I hated that it was a standard league because if it was PPR, I would have won. It was standard league, and his catches didn't count. So his running was not that good in that game. And I lost because he didn't get me more. I needed 2 more points. He couldn't get them. And I would have had it if it was PPR because that next year we went PPR. I said, nope, we ain't doing this no more. If receivers can get points to catch him, my running back need them too. So anyway, Coach know what he's doing, man. Coach, I love this stuff. I really do. But that was such a great year. So I'm excited. I think Nick Chubb is for the Browns. I think he's gonna have a great year. That's what they're missing is a running back. They got oh boy, don't get me wrong, but the Browns are more efficient when they have 2 strong running backs because they use both of them. That always happens. So I'm excited for Nick Chubb coming back. All right, let's get back to where we were. All right. All right, so we are going to do one more, and then we're going to stop here. So we got Trey Benson for Arizona. So they got 2 wide receivers. They got a running back. So he's going to compete with Connor. This is a good one to end with. So he's going to compete with touches with Connor. Here's what's good about him. They pass to the running backs a lot. So if he's a pass catching back, what that means is his touches can come in any fashion whenever he's in the game. So what we need to do is pay attention to the fact that when he's in the game, if he runs, right, is it a carry for 3, a carry for 5, a carry for 1? That's what we need to look for, right? How many yards is he per carry? And it won't be a lot. It won't be a lot because he's the number 2 if Connor is winning the competition. You feel me? But then we also need to look in the game. Is he in on third down? Not Connor. It's very important. Why? Because then he's catching on third down. Can Connor catch on third down? Absolutely. But why are they using him? Because are his hands better? Is he faster out of the release than he catches? You see what I'm saying? Does he secure a first down better than Connor does? See, they make those judgments when they watch him in practice. That's what training camp is for. That's what practice is for. That's why we have coordinators and coaches. That's what all this is for. Like, it's not, they're not guessing this stuff. That's why they place them in these opportunities. Now, it's what happens is when these opportunities arise, are these players doing anything with those opportunities? That's where the issues come. You see what I'm saying? It's what are they doing? So what we need to look at with to determine what we're going to do with Trey Benson is just look at the fact that in training camp right now, is he winning that competition? I.e., is he getting? Here's how we know where his value will lie to. Is he getting first team reps with Connor? Oh, that's very important. That's very important. Here's what that means. That means we do need to pay more attention to him, and he may need to be on our bench because what that means is he's not just going to come in for Connor. What that means is he could actually stay in for a whole drive, for a whole series. You see what I'm saying? If he is doing what he needs to do on that series and drive, they're getting first down, they're moving the chain. As long as he's not getting weary, getting tired, if he makes it down to the goal and he gets that touch, they're going to give it to him and score. I promise you, they're not taking him out to put in Connor. They will only do it if the drives sustain too much stamina that they have to put Connor in. That's it. And that's the vulture. He's going to vulture that touchdown. That's the only way they'll do that. But if this kid's stamina sustains the drive, but meaning they're not stagnant, they're getting the first down, second down, first down, second down. If they get to a third down and they convert, they may pull him out. That's what I mean. That's where it gets stagnant. You see what I'm saying? They'll make them complete the third down, And then they'll take him and put Connor and get the fresh legs in because they want the first and second down scenario series to continue. I gotta know football. It's third downs that stop and makes the changes. If you don't have third downs, those legs those guys they're fighting. They're not making what those legs are telling the coaches, we're not coming out. And the coach is going to abide by that because you didn't make a third down. You converted on second down. You converted on first down. You converted on second down. You see what I'm saying? But the minute we've gotten to third down, if we convert this third down, all right, let's make some changes. You see what I'm saying? So if he is getting first team reps in training camp and preseason and first team, if he's getting first team reps in training camp and preseason, that means he will get first team reps when the season starts, which means him and Connor are going to be sharing the rock. Not him coming in for Connor. You see, he may not beat out Connor. He will compete. But if he's getting first team repetitions, you could see what that means for him. That drops Connor's value. Meaning you can't draft Connor that high because he's literally sharing the rock with a rookie. But what that tells you is the person that drafts the rookie has better value because of the lower level that you drafted him in. Coach got you. Coach got you. I'm going to take care of you with this draft stuff, guys. Like, I want you to win. I don't want the money. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking. I'm looking for glorification. The fact that, coach is right. You want your information? Go to coach. Coach ain't never lying. Coach ain't never wrong. Coach will never set you up for failure. And if I got somebody wrong for you, I guarantee you I'm going to find somebody to replace it with. I was high on Danny DeVito for a little bit, but it was for the purposes of fantasy. What his numbers did in fantasy could have won people a couple of games. Then they took him out. Now we got to go somewhere else. I would have put him in. I got 15 points one game, 21 points one game. And I would have put him in a game and lost. Maybe help him out. Or maybe I wouldn't have put him in that game because maybe I would have found another quarterback because I also pay attention to who they're playing in defense-wise. I think I would have played him in that Saints game because I was high on him and he lost. I would have suffered that game. I ain't going to lie to you. I would have suffered that game because I would have played him. And then I would have dropped him. Like, oh, that's it. I know a drop when I see one now. I'm not stupid. I know a pickup when I see one, and I know a drop when I see one. I am the all-knowing. That's what we go with. I'm the all-knowing. Let me stop. Hey, look, I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I had a great one. I had real fun. So we stopped at. We're not done. There's a lot of rookies. I'm not gonna go through all these. We have 145 rookies to go through, and we are at number 12, I think. Yes, number 12 was Trey Benson. So we pick up next show. We'll start with Ricky Parcell. That's what we'll go with. That'll be our next pickup. So I had a great show today. I hope you guys truly enjoyed. Again, next show we'll continue this. I think that's basically what the next show will be. It'll just be Rookies Impact for 2024 fantasy football. Because we got 145 players to go through. We have between now, because we're already in May. We ain't got much time left now. So it's between now to get through these players. And then coach got to do rankings. I'm not done. We got to go through player rankings. Got to rank everybody and what I think their rankings are going to be per NFL and per fantasy. Coach, I think I do both. I think I got to check. I remember. So I got a lot of work to do, but we're going to do the rookies first. So we got a lot of now. Again, for me, football has started. We got to get your minds prepared and ready. Because I think dynasty stuff is getting ready to start too. Dynasty. So that's the whole point of me doing this as well. It's kind of like my little pre-ranking, not ranking, but kind of like my little pre-information on these rookies, especially if you're doing dynasty, to kind of help you prepare your mind. I'm not doing dynasty this year. I don't think I have time with Disney. So I'm just kind of being more formidable to help those who are doing dynasty. And anybody that's doing dynasty, if you have any information, anything that can help me give you guys better information, stuff I need to research, everything I need to look at in Google, let me know. Coach is here for you. If you need to contact Coach, you can contact me here on YouTube. You can also contact me on OTF Podcast MIA. That is my football contact Instagram. OTF Podcast MIA. You can direct message me there for any football information that you need. If you want to just talk to Coach, you ask him even now, like, hey, what do you think about this? If you want to know information now to get your mind ready now, ask Coach. I'm here for that. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to look at the information. Like, I don't know about him this year. I'm not big on him this year. That's what and I have to, don't worry, I got research to go look at. I got to look at what the team looks like. I got to do the rosters. The schedules. I got to look at who's playing who, what impact they're having, who got the primetime games. I go through all of that to get my wins and losses, okay? We didn't have a tie last year. Isn't that something crazy? So go. Coach is going to set you guys up for success. So we're going to get through these rookies. Right after the rookies, I believe it is a mix between schedule prediction and NFL player rankings. Yeah, we'll do a mix of both. That way we can kind of squeeze both of them in before we do fantasy rankings. So yes, I do both. I do NFL rankings to get you guys' mind about who it was number one through whatever from each position. And then we go through Coach's fantasy rankings where I basically, throughout the preseason, we rank up and rank down fantasy players based on, remember, who signed a contract, didn't come to work, who did come to work, who got injured, who did that. We got a lot. We go through a lot, but we don't rank them by necessarily position. We rank them by who should be drafted in what round. I go through the rounds, and I go through, if you're in an 8-man league, this is what it should look like. This is my ranking order, and this is what you should go with your number one, number two pick. I go through that. If it's a 10-man league, 12-man league, 16-man league, 14-man league, I do all those, and this is where people should lie if they're in, like if you're drafting in an 8-man league, you probably won't see Tyreek Hill drafted to the third round. But if you're drafting in a 14-team league, Tyreek Hill is going in the first round. You see, I give you all that information. I'm setting you guys up for success in every fashion, in every league. I don't want anybody to fail. PPR and standard. I'm going to give you every information you need for both, okay? IDP, I'm not doing that this year either, so I don't want to give information on something I don't do, all right? So IDP, I may give like formidable stuff, but if you ask me if you should play a person, I might go as far as like, yeah, I think so. I'm just not sure how to do it. Don't get me wrong, I'll watch the games, but I don't know if the linebacker is worth it. That's about as much as I can tell you, or whoever the individual player is. So if I haven't done it, I'm not gonna like give you expert information because I'm not an expert in it because I haven't done that stuff. You know what I mean? But anyway, this was a great show. I'm glad you all were here. Thank you all for coming. I enjoyed myself. And stay tuned for next show. Again, we'll start with number 13 and see how many players we can get through for that show. So thank you all for showing. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Coach is out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.